I pressed it. Did you press it? I
No.
pressed it. Hello, everyone. I'm out. I pressed the button. I
Uh-oh. Do you have your hand still on the live button? Are you
I
going to hold it there for
do.
14 hours?
Hello, everyone. I'm Allison, and welcome to my weekly meltdowns coverage of Big Brother 25 Week 3 Eviction recap. Juan, Washington, Cruz, and Cassie Lee in the chat. Thank you for joining us. This is a very
Dark.
monument. We're in the dark tonight because they're in the dark, and everyone's lighting looks awesome except mine. But that's
Yours
okay.
looks like you're out of like a normal horror film, though.
I
Like,
look like I'm in that what is that movie where it's a anyway, don't even get me started on that.
Allison, what if like part of the
Your
scary
hair
verse?
like this. Have
Do
that
what?
100 Sanderson sister twin sisters vibes going here.
Yes.
What
I
did
was
he
gonna
say?
say. I was gonna say, like, what if Allison, like, part of the twist is that like you're like the lighting's bad for you right now because you're actually in the scary verse, like Big Brother house, like you're in the pressure cooker, and that's the twist, like that's the scary element is they have to listen to our live stream of this while they're holding their hand on the
My
button.
life is a scary verse, Jesus. Let me just talk about my day, and people will be dropping
Oh
like
boy.
flies in that pressure cooker box.
It's true. I went away for 1 hour and I came back to 60 messages.
Beth and I had like a therapy session, and
2 times today. It was worth it, though. I'm sitting here having like a sleep crisis, and Allison's having like, just like a normal day in Allison's life. And we're sitting back like, let's just give each other advice.
hello, Heather Jean and Kylan and Samuel in the chat. Welcome everybody. Well, this, like I said, it's been 18 years since the original pressure cooker, episode 16, Big Brother 6. Jennifer won because she screwed over Kaser. I'm just gonna say it is what it is. She didn't plan it, bitch. Please, I love you to the moon and back, but it is what it is. I like this is like Christmas for Big Brother people because we've been looking forward to this. Like, weren't we were talking about all of the things on the other the show the other night that weren't around 18 years ago. iPhones weren't around yet. Netflix was just the discs that you got in the mail. People were on MySpace. Facebook was just for college people. There was no Twitters. There was no Instagram threading. None of it.
Andrew, I'm so sorry. Your camera keeps freezing, and it froze in such a way that your face was blurred across the screen for a
It's
second.
like a ghost.
It's like a ghost. And I was
Is
like,
something
whoa.
going on that we need to know, Andrew? Is your house
Andrew turned off the lights
Andrew?
in his house, and he became
Very,
haunted.
very specific.
It's frozen, dude. Well, if you're just joining us, hi Tim. Got Tyler, Andrew, and Beth with us, and Heisem left. Shocker, the flip didn't happen. Yeah, I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked.
I'm not shocked either. No, and I think it was the right call. Like once the nomination happened, right? Like, do I think it was a good move for Heisem to even be put up there? Hell no. Like, don't take him out when like there's still like Cameron and Red. Like, if I were Suri and Izzy, get rid of Cameron and Red first before we start looking at Heisem as a target, because Heisem's always going to be a big target for everybody in the house. So why like do everybody else's dirty work when there's still people that are like more loyal to each other than would ever be to you guys as like the inner unit. So I think it was the wrong move, but I don't know. We'll see.
I just wanted to see Heisem in the pressure cooker. That was my goal. That's what I wanted. I feel Heisem, love him to. I was creeped out tonight. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little creeped out. Can I hug you? And this guy held it. He got out with the interview with Julie and was laughing like a serial killer. Like, it was just the whole demeanor was how like guilty as hell murderers are interviewed on Dateline, and they don't blink. They're so serious. And
see, you got that. I got Camp Disney villain in an animated movie. Like, he was like, yeah, Yeah.
I just American Horror Story villain. I feel like yeah. Okay, Andrew is being attacked by the Scaryverse. Boo.
I'm just glad it's not me this time.
I pay a lot of money for. I feel like.
Oh no!
I don't know why.
I heard my name.
Is, right?
I feel
I
like
think Andrew said, I feel like Allison paying for Paramount Plus a shit ton, but it's like still not working or something like that.
right.
I
And
want the kitten that's on the feeds right now.
can we talk about that? Can we talk about how I want to lobby to, instead of having cute little animals in the background, we just need to have my grandson, a camera on him. Today he walked around in just a t-shirt and a diaper and a jar of peanut butter and a little spoon and was eating it right out of the canister, trying to feed his Mickey Mouse. That was his day. And
So
I'm like, I feel
cute.
this. I feel this. I'd rather watch that. Not that I don't love kittens, but that would just appeal.
I want this particular kitten.
A kitten is cute. And I just want to say, super good at grooming. I give it a 10. I don't know what she's licking right now, but she's really getting it good. That's always important because they got the little rough tongue. I just want to point out that we're not seeing the pressure cooker competition on the live feeds right now. And I thought we were going to see it.
Yeah. I'm a little disappointed right now. I hope it doesn't come on like
I
after
think it might come on after West Coast, to be honest. Like, and that would suck, but I feel like they're all still going to be there, right? So this week, like in preparation for, and I think so, because I rewatched the pressure cooker episode from Big Brother 6 to celebrate the return. The first person, Bo, didn't drop until after 7 hours. And I was expecting way worse with this like Scaryverse element to it. I'm like, they're gonna fuck this up somehow.
That was a different breed of Big Brother player, though.
I don't know. I think it's possible. But and there's like way more people this time than there were. What?
Andrew's communicating from the Nether region. We had to put him in the Nethers. I'm sorry.
I'm not saying, guys, I'm not saying that like everybody's gonna be there, right? I'm saying like the comp will like it'll still be like just starting like by the time the feeds come on, even if like it's coming on like after the West Coast airing. Like, do I expect Bowie Jane to like last 14 hours? Like, hell no. But we're gonna be here all night, especially with like the I was so worried that like the Scaryverse element was going to like really speed up this competition, but it's only like in the dark. Like it's pretty much like the same exact setup. Even the whole like 3 people leaving together thing, like it feels very faithful to what the pressure cooker was in Big Brother.
What's the 3 people leaving together thing? I think I missed that.
Oh, so like if one of us pressed our hands off the button, like we could not leave that room until 2 more people leave. So that's like even added like more pressure added to it is like you can't just like peace out once you're out of the competition.
I have a question.
What?
Why does my top lip look like I belong on the Real Housewives of Atlanta right now? Can I please turn my fucking light on?
Sure.
Go for it.
We're not gonna you can absolutely do so.
Look at this.
It doesn't look like that.
It's freaking humongous. It's because of the lighting.
Turn on the light. I want to see the difference.
I look like a butthole.
I have so many notes.
Go like this.
And we're just like talking about this shit.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No. Go. You guys go ahead. It's fine.
Go like this.
See? Now look.
Yeah,
I'm
I
a
think.
butthole.
No, pucker real tight. I want to see that anus.
Make a fart noise.
Ready?
Make a fart.
This is the high quality coverage you get for Big Brother.
Yeah, I'm watching our viewer count go from like
I need a
33 to
bigger
like
fart.
31.
I need one more big fart sound. I need a bigger fart.
Okay. Great job, guys. Yay!
Yes.
Speaking of Nether region. All right. All right. Oh, wait. They're on.
They're on.
There we go.
Behind
All right,
you-
so-
When they
How
did
come I
it,
still have 4 kittens.
They-
This bullshit.
because you said you like the kittens and they watch this show and they're effing up your Paramount. You know what because there's Kitty. You know what? I don't think it's fair that Felicia gets to sit inside and watch when Howie got to walk around with his long neck Budweiser and talk to people. I think she should get to sit out there and talk to them. Why not?
At the very least, you should be able to go to sleep. I would be in there being like, thank God, peace and quiet. I'm doing whatever the fuck I want right now.
Right.
Yeah. Do you think somebody's saying in the BB, and you think YouTube's going to strike us? Do y'all think we're going to get in trouble for having it in the background?
We figured if we didn't have the audio on, it'd be okay.
We don't know what to do. We're so special.
Listen, we've only gotten one strike. Like, if we get another strike, like now we know for next time.
We've
like,
got more than one strike. Okay. I did do this show for like 5 years before you guys ever came
Listen,
along.
I don't
and
know your life before.
I did some shit.
I don't know your life, he said.
I don't know your choices.
I don't know
but
what
no,
you were doing.
Allison, how excited were you to see like Kaser come on the
Okay.
screen tonight to introduce the pressure cooker?
If you were a page, if you're a page, what? What happened?
They weren't even talking about the feeds. Oh no, I was talking about your lip thing, not the video.
okay.
So good.
Well, maybe they will. Good luck. I'll be proud.
I don't know
of
those
them.
choices
Bad
either.
Here's the thing. If you're a patron, then you get to do the live watch with us, and you would have seen, do an impression of me seeing Kaser on the screen.
Well, I had it muted, but like all I saw was like,
I was doing this.
yeah.
That was so
Yes.
exciting. I love Kaser so
But
much.
no, like I loved like Kaser like introducing the pressure cooker back to us.
Yeah.
And what I didn't love though is like everybody except for Corey in America being like, "What's the pressure cooker?" And I'm like, "Can you guys just like play the part for like 5 seconds?" Like if I were a producer, I would be so fucking pissed that like everybody just showed their whole ass that they're like not like real Big Brother fans.
I know.
I hope Andrew's okay. I guess he's in the nethers. Do we want to?
He got sucked
maybe
in.
Maybe he's like under this like.
He's the first punishment of the card. You know?
Andrew, are you the first punishment?
And
What
he
are
goes
you
in
gonna
there and he goes, "Listen, y'all, I'm going to tell you a whole bunch of lies." I don't know. Like, I'm going to try to mess up your games or whatever. I think that'd be so fun.
Yeah. I think they're listening to our show right now and struggling with life. Okay,
Definitely.
somebody's shaking a hand. I guess everyone's got their finger on the button.
Yep.
Yeah, I think so.
It is like a bigger like a button instead of like a little button, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, it's not a thumb button, it's a hand button.
Yeah. So I feel like that's gonna make it last like even longer, right? Because
That's
like
not
this is
fair.
like, way more comfy than this. Allison, we want this to go all night. Like I don't care what's fair. Like just give us a very long pressure cooker competition. We've waited so many years for this shit. Like I want this comp to go on as long as we waited.
I want
Or
this
another
comp to
pressure
go on until Monday. I want them to regret their
I
choices.
want someone to take a shit in their pants.
Izzy already said as the show was going out that she was just going to piss herself because she
Do
wanted
Do
and
it.
I want her to. She was. It's not like she was like, "I'm gonna pee." She was like, "I'm gonna piss myself. I don't care."
Listen,
I was like,
she's
you
in
better work
that
on
like
it.
fluorescent orange like tracksuit. Like even in this like dark like cam, like you can still see like an outline if she does pee herself. But
people-
You sounded like way too excited about that. You're like, "We'll see. We'll still see an outline if she pees herself."
We'll see, it'll change colors in the crotch.
listen, I'm just so wound up that the pressure cooker is back, and I do want to give Sharon Tharp a lot of props here because
Yes.
so today at noon she like tweeted out of nowhere that she got 8 people from Big Brother 6 on a Zoom call to
It's
talk
amazing.
all things pressure cooker. And when I tell you, I watched the whole damn thing right away, even
I
though
did
I
too.
had to like go and like do errands. Like I like, of course we see like Kaser pretty often, and like Janelle wasn't there, but like we hear like her like pretty often on Twitter and like on Big Brother seasons and stuff. But like we got to see Jennifer and April and Rachel for like 2 seconds before her internet pulled an Andrew. it was so good to like see all of these people from the pressure cooker and have them like just like rehash everything. And to hear that Yvette got the call for Big Brother 22 All Stars and she was like so close to going, but she had to pull out last minute. I was like, oh my God, what could have been? If like Yvette was in the Big Brother 22 house with Kaser and Janelle, that would have been so cool. But everybody looked so good. And I was so happy to like see this like big BB6 reunion. And we even got a little Maggie update, which like never happens. Maggie is like notoriously just like off the grid, nowhere to be seen. But she is married with 3 kids. April said that she talked to her a little bit ago. So like at least we got like a little Maggie update. But also Sharon did an interview with June Song, which I watched like right before the show came on too. And that was a really good interview too. And June said that she's like itching for like, she's like, I always swore I would never do Big Brother again, but like lately I'm just like itching to play like an all winners or like a legend season of Big
Let's
Brother.
do it. What is
like,
the freaking
June,
hold up?
Get it going. Like she's talking to Sharon about it. Like, and June was like, I really want to play with Dan and Dr. Will and Andy. And I want to play against Derek because I want to send him home. And I was like, yes.
The way that if there was ever all winners, I don't think, unless it's like Cody and Nicole, like I think everybody would team up against them.
I think
don't
so
you think?
Too. Yeah, because like June was so vocal about like, I wasn't a fan of how Rachel Riley won. I wasn't a fan of Nicole's winning game. Didn't like Derek or Cody. Like she was very clear with like who she would align with. She was like, I loved Taylor. I loved Xavier. I loved Casey. And Sharon was like, yeah, and if Sari wins, like Sari could be there for an all-winner season too. And I was like, that's so true. Like that, it was just such a good interview. And it's so good to like see June like slowly like stepping back into like the BB fandom of it all. It was very, very cool.
Is she still in Europe?
I think she was visiting her sister in like New York or something.
I know, but does she still live in like Denmark?
Oh, I'm not sure. I don't know.
She lived there for a long time, so I don't know.
It was sad. One thing that Jennifer talked about in the interview was that she got death threats. She got fired from her job. Some people were sending letters to her mother telling her how terrible her daughter was. And I like how Kaser at the end of the video is kind of like, y'all, people need to realize we are real people. We're people. This is a show. And you don't need to go attacking like that. And it's true. I've always said, look, I may hate someone on this show, but I'm not going after their family and trolling people. I would never in a million years do that. I wouldn't do that.
I think there are quite a few trash people who come from reality TV and such who have a lot to learn in life. But do you see me like berate them online or go after their family and friends? No, I click that block button and I give myself peace of mind knowing I never have to see their bullshit again.
It was also a different time though. Like we have to keep that in mind too. Like this was very early reality TV. Like think about like Jerry Manthe and like the Big Brother or Survivor All-Stars reunion getting like booed off stage. Like people, like when reality TV like first started, people just didn't know how to like digest like a villain. And the Nerd Herd that season were like the ultimate villains because Janelle and Kaser were like the ultimate heroes. Like I cannot understate how like hated they were by America at the time. So like when Jennifer was talking about all that, that didn't surprise me whatsoever. Not saying it's like justified or deserved or anything, but like people just took it so serious, and it was watched by so many more people too. Like it was like a huge part of like TV, like pop culture at the time. Like this is when like American Idol was like at its peak. You know what I mean? Like it was just a different world. I don't know, but it was so good to see everybody. Like,
but not even too long ago, like when Christine was on BB16 getting booed by the audience and then getting all that level of hate coming out when like, and now it's come out too, like, you know, she's divorced her husband, like how abusive he was and awful and everything. And it's like people were like booing her for being a married woman who like was flirting a little bit with Cody.
Yeah.
And it had nothing, and like, oh, she betrayed Nicole Franzel. And I'm like, by the way, she would have gotten all the flowers for that in BB 18 and BB 22. Yeah. And so it's like people still went after her like they were crazy.
I dare people to come after my family because I will. You guys know me outside. You already know what I'm capable. You know what I can do. You know what I can find. You know what I can do. You know
She
who
can
I
find
know.
anything and everything, y'all. So
I have connections, possibly to the FBI. You don't know, so don't even try.
she has connections to the hacker group Anonymous.
I might know the CIA. I
What
don't
if
know.
it came out that Allison was anonymous this entire time?
That would be very cool. I would have.
I
so
would
many
love
questions
that.
for
I'd be like, bitch, I'm friends
Who's
with Anonymous.
anonymous?
They're a hacker group that like always say that they're gonna like dig up information on like politicians and such, but like it's like the lightest tea ever. But every once in a while they drop some like really juicy shit that they hack somewhere. But it's like but they're anonymous. Nobody knows who they are, so their whole name is Anonymous. Anyway, they're kind of like whistleblowers that are hackers, essentially.
You don't want to get in a road rage incident with me because I will get that license plate number.
So
be afraid of me.
So there was something we wanted to do with this show, and I want to make sure before anybody drops out that we do, which is like we wanted to draft who we thought was going to win.
Yes. So do we just want to say like who we think will win, or let's say like first boot, final three, and winner of this competition?
Oh my God. I don't know.
Okay.
Who's going first?
Let me write it down, but fill the airspace while I'm writing it.
I'm just gonna. Do you want me to just go first?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My three.
Let's talk about first boot first, and then we'll do the.
Okay,
top
that
three.
works. So you say your first boot, and then we'll all say our first boots.
Yeah.
I think the first boot might be Jag, and that's only because he's in that ridiculous cockadoodle dumb outfit, and his hand might get in the way. Because I don't know. I don't know. Maybe Blue will flip her hair and it'll cause her arm to jerk. I don't know.
I think Blue's going to be the first one.
Blue? Yeah, I could.
I'm looking at her right now. She's already squatting. I'm like,
Bowie?
I'm waiting. I can't wait for Bowie to be just dancing like this and accidentally let the pressure off the button.
Wait, so Allison, are you saying? Are you saying Jag, Allison?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And Beth, you're saying Blue?
Blue.
Okay. I don't think it's fair that he's doing this competition in that stupid outfit.
Right. He's not head of household anymore. So what? Like, why does he? You know what? Well, I guess because there's no head of household next. You know, like the transfer of power hasn't peacefully happened yet.
I mean,
I would not be shocked if Bowie goes up first.
I'm gonna say Cameron's the first boot.
I doubt it.
Cameron or Bertha?
He was just on the block. I don't think he's gonna be first out.
Beth, he's so gosh damn cocky. His butt didn't even pack. He didn't pack.
Well, I think he knew that this week, he gets a pass, but this next one, probably not.
I look really insane this week, don't I?
What do you mean?
My hair. Like
I love it.
It's wash day tomorrow.
All right.
I'm everywhere.
Final three. Allison, what do you think?
Okay, I'm going to say Siri's going to make it only because her butt has been on Survivor and had to starve to death and do all kinds of... Why wouldn't she?
Siri will be making it as far as possible into this competition.
Allison, you definitely just said Siri.
Siri.
Who said it?
I am Siri Fields from Survivor. I have played multiple times and unfortunately have lost every single time. But now I am in the Big Brother house.
She's probably good at holding in her bowels and tinkling. So, I mean, it could be Siri. So I'm going to say Siri. Am I doing it wrong?
Yes, it's Siri.
Siri?
Siri is what's on an iPhone.
I'm Southern and I can't pronounce shit and I add 10 syllables to everything.
Listen, you're an Android user. Like, you get a pass because of that. Like, you're not familiar with Siri.
There you go.
All right, who else? Who else, Allison?
Matt.
I think Matt's a good one. And
America.
I like America as a choice.
Beth, who do you think?
America, Corey, and Izzy.
And I'm guessing Nicole, Corey, and America.
Oh,
Nice.
I keep forgetting about Mimi.
My whole draft team.
Yes, exactly. All right, and then who do we think is going to ultimately win the competition?
Matthew.
America. I think America knows that she needs to win this. I think she,
Yeah.
like, after the blow up in the house over the past couple of days with Heisem and her,
Corey?
there's a lot of people who want to go after her, and she knows this competition and she knows her back's up against the wall. And I am personally manifesting a Corey America Final 2 where Corey throws it to America to win. That is what I hope.
We've got some interesting stuff going on, chat, if y'all don't mind. Let's see here.
Wait, before you do that, Tyler has to say his thing too.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh no, it's okay. I think it's okay. Truly, it's okay. I
Sorry.
think
Sorry?
Nicole is going to win.
Okay.
Like she's
okay.
giving me like Jennifer energy. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know. We'll see.
Cool.
So B Bean says the first boot is Felicia. LOL. Kim Matina, the queen herself, says she thinks Bowie. Now, Kim, are you saying she's gonna bow out first?
I think so. I think that's what she
Okay.
was saying.
And here's a good one from welcome to Sam S.
I saw a graphic of all the alliances in the house as of this morning, and America's in none of them, so she needs this. Yeah, and she knows that too.
I forgot how to read for a second.
I saw that.
Oh, I clicked on the wrong one, but that was a good one. Do we feel people will want to drop together, not to be stuck in there because of the 3-person rule?
No.
I think later in the competition, when you get people who are all in the same alliance who might be towards the end, yes. Right now, no. I think, I'm going to be honest, I think that you're going to get a little used to being in the dark after like 20 minutes. Like they're probably used to it now. So I don't know how much. It's when this things, if anything starts happening to them, that's where all of a sudden, like, you know, when somebody drops out and they pull out a card, do they get a whole bunch of mosquitoes descending on them? Which is immediately when somebody said that on the like the feeds when they were talking about the first one, all I could think about is how Sari always talks about how she got bit more than any other person in Survivor, and I'm sitting there going like, they just want this woman to always be covered in bug bites on a reality show.
Are there rules? Like, can you make noise? Like, can you fart or?
Oh, I would be.
The only rules, and it's the same rules as the BB6 one. No sitting, no kneeling, but you can squat.
Mm-hmm.
So you could literally fart or make a jump scare. You could just sit there and go, ah! And see who, and like 5 people like jump and let go of their buttons. That would
I'm
be
here
so,
for it.
That would
I
be
will
very,
say, props to the both of you for calling that it was going to be in the dark. My only hang up is that I wish that the lights above them weren't there. Because remember I suggested on Monday, I said, what if it is like completely in the dark like it is now, like you could lie and say that you are like, you took your hand off the buzzer and you're no longer in the competition. Like you could totally fabricate, like if you're still in the game and like mess up people's information. But because there's a light above them, like there's a visual cue that they're still in the game. So
wait, are those lights on?
I'm assuming. Well, yeah.
I don't think they are. I think it's completely dark.
Oh, okay.
well, you've got
I'm thinking that why would the lights be on? Then it wouldn't be completely dark.
I thought it was just like like a stage light, like a backstage light. Like I thought it was like something like that. Because in the BB6 pressure cooker, like they had a light above their head that turned from green to red once their finger went off. So I thought it was like that.
I think it's pitch black in there right now.
Okay.
And then I
stand corrected.
But I think that that's probably going to be some kind of twist when people get eliminated. Like, oh, now there's going to be like random like flashes of light from different bulbs or something like that. Or
maybe lights turn back on once like 3 people leave. Just for,
maybe,
like,
yeah, absolutely. Reasons. It could be something like that. It could be imagine
in there, you know.
Well, I have to imagine too that maybe what they do is, I mean, they can't just immediately turn on the lights, nor can they just let them immediately go outside after being in the dark for so long, because that actually can really mess up your vision, like permanently. So I imagine maybe there's some certain like. This is important. Look at what's happening in the kitchen.
I was about to say, I need to know what's up with the apples.
Felicia is just making coffee or something. Something in
I'm
that-
telling you, if
Like-
I were Felicia, I'd be taking the best nap right now.
I was taking a
Yes.
bath.
I
feel
would
like
enjoy this. Yeah, a bath, yes, absolutely. I would enjoy this alone
Girl,
time so much.
I'm
I
gonna
would-
put it out there. I'd be flicking my bean right now. I would just
Look, you flip that bean. I would go to the worst person in the house I hate and let the biggest fart on their pillow. I would be being nasty. And
On TikTok lately, there's been this girl that is at the Chicago silver bean statue thing,
oh
and
my
she goes up to it and she flicks it and she goes, "Oh yeah," and then everybody's like, "What?" And she went up to this old white lady and she was she got in a picture with her and she was like. The old lady was like, "We got to touch the bean." She was like, "I kind of like to flick it." And she was like, "Oh yeah, how often?" She was like, "How often do you come?" And she's like, "Oh my god, I come every day, and I come and I flick the bean every
Icon.
day." It's so Beth. I'll have to send it to you.
That's amazing. Aaron says
you
at least
jealous.
flicking the bean would force them to keep feeds on the comp. And that's what I'm saying. Okay. Give her
we
some
would
give
do
her a
that.
nice
Don't care.
deserved
Beth
break.
would take one for the bean. So the
I would
feeds
take
stay on the
multiple
cup.
for the bean. Thank you very much.
Yes.
I'd be
Don't
like,
Um,
need to one and done that if I've not done it in a while. Just saying.
somebody asked, do they pick their? I mean, do they pick where they get to stand, or are they just told where to stand? Does it matter? I guess it
I
doesn't
think they
matter.
probably it doesn't matter. Especially I do like that they're all facing one. Of course, they're in the dark, but they can't see each other. But in the BB6 pressure cooker, they're all their backs are to each other.
Yeah.
If the lights do come on at some point, I'm glad that they are looking at each other.
Matt's
especially
hiking his
with-
leg up. Do you think he's farting?
Maybe
Is he allowed to do that?
See,
Art?
I have
Absolutely.
my feeds are potentially different from yours because Cameron's in a weird pose on mine where he's going like this.
Well, yeah, he has one leg up on it.
No. He's
Oh, is that
sideways on
Cameron,
mine.
or is that Matt?
He's like this on mine.
This is Cameron right here.
That's
Oh,
Cameron.
Cameron's crop dusting
well,
the entire.
So Jared and Sari and Izzy are all right
Strategy.
next to each other too, which I think is
okay.
interesting. So I
Yeah.
think you've got them, and Nicole's right there. And then so going around in the circle, you have Sari, Jared, Nicole, America, Matt, Jag, Corey, Red, Cameron, Bowie, and Blue.
This is so cool. I'm so excited for this.
We
every time I
traumatized
look at
BB, and we apologize in the chat.
Yes.
What happened? Oh, BB, no, you should not have Googled that.
No, don't put that in your. That's in your algorithm, baby. You're gonna be getting all kinds of weird stuff from Amazon and Shein and all these other weird places.
Speaking of which, did y'all see? I put this in our little chat. Did y'all see what I got an ad on Twitter today?
Was that
What
a
was
big,
it? Hold on. What was it again?
vibrator or something?
It was like this weird vibrator thing, which it's not like I've been looking up stuff or whatever. And
Listen, no judgment. We're
I
all
just
got
thought you were
well,
letting
even,
us know
but even
we're
if I
getting
were,
something
I would
new.
be like, girl, I was looking at toys and now I have ads. Like it just kind of came out of nowhere. And what I'm laughing about it is that it says, it's clinically proven to improve dryness and pain during intimacy by an unprecedented 5%. How do you measure that?
An unprecedented 5%.
I don't know, but the people that they tested
And
on,
then they said-
they make more money than all three of us
And
combined.
they said, as seen in BBC, which they mean, British broadcasting, but
Oh, I thought they meant another.
I know, but I also was like,
Well, what
are you
else
gonna-
does
and then
that
they
mean?
say, as seen in BBC, good housekeeping
I'll type it to you.
in
Alex.
women's health. Yeah, that's another one. Please don't
Put it in the
Google what
private chat.
BBC means
Yeah,
unless you're
baby,
ready for it.
don't. That's like when my son was young, and my mother and I were. I don't know what was something came up about a yeast infection, and my son was like, "What's a yeast infection?" I'm like, I'm not explaining that to you. Google it.
Yeah.
And he didn't just Google it; he Google imaged it.
No. How
was like-
old?
He was like 13.
No. At that point, I'm sorry. You should have been like, it's an infection that happens mostly in women.
I tried to explain a little bit, but he just wasn't having it. And I'm like, I would have thought that would have made him never want to have sex, seeing an angry vagina like that, but apparently not. Did you type it somewhere, Tyler? What is the alternate meaning for BBC?
I typed it in the My Weekly Meltdown chat. But all right, so let's talk about something else. So there is a game-changing superpower that America. Yes, that's what I thought that meant.
Me too. That's why I thought it was funny. But anyway.
So they said that there's going to be a game-changing superpower called the BB Power of Invincibility. So you get to save a house guest at one of the next 2 evictions, and you can even use it on yourself. So my question is, like, does it cancel the eviction outright, almost like the halting hex from Big Brother 19? I hope that's the case, and not like a coup d'etat situation. But who do we think that America? So they get to the top 4 vote getters will secretly compete in a competition for this power. So who do we think the 4 people that are who do we think America is going to vote for?
Thank you, Aaron. It's an immunity idol. Okay,
Yes.
let's just call it what it is.
Yeah.
It's an immunity idol. And I'm gonna bitch, and then I'll let y'all guess. I personally don't think they should battle it out. I think the person who gets the most votes should freaking get it. I'll die on that sword. I'll die on that
It's
sword.
going to be Suri.
So hey.
Actually,
be
that might
it.
not be true. I actually just for fun wanted to go to Joker's and see what those people are rating people at nowadays. And so, who do you guys think are the top 3 people? Because I actually didn't know this, and
All right.
I feel really good about how I already voted twice.
So the LFC Roundtable also asks like a popularity poll each week, and I believe that the top like people are always like some kind of combination of Suri, Felicia, Corey, and I think the 4th one, because we're talking like TV viewers too, I think that like the casuals really like Matt. So I could see Matt being the 4th.
So I like to think of Jokers as a little bit more casual voters who care enough to come vote. So I would agree with that. So they have listed number 1 is Matt for like the entirety of like the past 2 weeks.
Mhm.
Number 2 is Corey. Number 3 is Cameron. Number 4,
Cameron.
America. It was the way that it was written with like America and then it has America again because they were next to each other. Looked like Cameron. I just misspelled that. Number 4 is Riley, who's eliminated. So, and then number 5 is Jag. So if it was purely off of Jokers, which we know it's not going to, it would be a combination of Matt, Corey, America, and Jag. I already voted, and I did 10 votes for Corey and 10 votes for America.
Okay.
So I'm at the point where I'm like, I don't want to make the game easy for Suri. Is that horrible?
Yes. No, it's true.
I just want her to overcome everything.
Right. Like we want to say like you like earned this win, baby. Like you had the cards stacked against you and you just like masterminded this whole thing.
Y'all are giving Suri a little too much credit here. Not everybody that is a diehard Big Brother fan. Not a lot of the people might not watch Survivor.
Yeah. No, that's true.
There's that inkling of a chance that it could go to someone like Corey, America, Mimi, Red. I'm seeing it in blue. Like I'm looking at the chat. I'm sorry. I've been posting in our thing that everybody that y'all are saying, but I could see a lot of these people. I could see Corey. I could see Suri. I could see America, Mimi, Matt. No offense to Cameron or Bowie or anything like that, but I don't really see that happening. Jag could be one. Felicia. I don't know.
Yeah, I would not be shocked to see. I think I think the people I would be shocked to see are Red, Blue, Jared,
Cameron
for sure,
Bowie.
Yeah. Anybody else, I wouldn't be shocked. I personally voted for America and Corey. First of all, I'm really liking Corey's game. I'm just really, really liking it.
Yeah, but are we liking that outfit he had on last night?
Oh, I'm loving that outfit. You better put him right on Drag Race, baby.
If I could get away with wearing something like that, you would see me in that on the feeds 24. I'd be naked. I'd be Richard Hatching all over the place.
Oh my God, could you imagine? What I'm liking the most about Corey is like obviously he knows who Suri is, and he understands, you know, what he's up against with her. He has an incredible way with his words, which we knew going in that he's like a speaking champion. He wants to be a lawyer. There's all these wonderful things that he can do verbally. I think he's a less charismatic Suri. Suri plays with an incredible amount of charisma and empathy that sucks people in. And I think he plays with a level of persuasion that's a little bit more calculated coming across, that people like, he's more logical. It comes across to other people as more logical.
Yeah.
She comes across as more like emotionally connected. So they're kind of like a yin and yang in the sense that I think that both of them have an incredible ability to maneuver their way socially. You have him winning over America right now, who like the person, not the country. Although I think the country too. But
So confusing.
You've got America going up to Suri and Felicia and going like, you guys got to teach him how to flirt because I think he's really cute and endearing. But my goodness, you got to stop fist bumping me. Like, and I think that's so adorable, right? So you have someone who clearly stands up for himself and others. He has this ability, like when he was talking with Izzy earlier today, he was sitting back and saying, you know, I think one of the issues that I have is I'm thinking this way about you, and you're probably thinking this way about me. So just having that tactic comes from is a disarming tactic to the other person, right? You're saying, I'm taking the ownership of, I'm probably not thinking this correctly. And that automatically makes that other person want to correct you or like be in there in the moment with you. And he's in with the Suri Alliance, but he's also not dumb. Like he has good connections with people across the board. And I truly, truly think that if America could win this HOH and he wins next week, I really think that there's like nothing that can stop
over
him.
the game. Yeah, for sure. Like he definitely reminds me of Kevin Jacobs from BB Can 10.
Mm-hmm.
Corey is very aware of the house's perception of him, and like he knows when to lean into that, and he knows when to course correct that. So like, of course, like Corey had like a really rough like first week or two in this house, because like mainly because of Heisem, but like people like were really just like not taking him seriously as a player. And so what Corey did was like really leaned into like the, yeah, I'm weak, I'm just like a young lad, like I'm not like somebody to like take seriously or whatever, like really disarming people's like perception of him,
like he said he was going to do.
Yeah, while he builds this little silent army. And just like Kevin had Helena, who was like another set of eyes that was really good like socially in the house. I think that he sees that in America. I don't know, like I think I would like to see Corey get power soon. Like Beth, I think you're right. Like Corey HOH needs to happen pretty soon. But like his spot, his journey so far has been really fun to watch. The only thing is that like Suri is just smart enough to know that like that's happening and that that's coming. And like I like the big question on my mind is like, I feel like Suri and Corey are like looking at each other. Like, I know you, I know I'm onto you. And like, I'm so curious, like who's going to strike first.
I wish we could see more from the edit, because if the edit were to show like one confessional from Suri talking about Corey, I think we'd understand better, because how it comes across on the feeds right now is that Suri has him as like one of her children that she takes care of, right? But we know that he knows better than that. I think the other thing that just shows his level of influence was like, he's the reason why there was not a flip against Heisem this week, period. Everybody would have flipped if he had flipped. And they could not get him because he flat out said, he is not good for my game. He has made it known that he doesn't like me. He's going to come after me. I'm not flipping as much as I'm aligned with all of you. So Suri lost the battle this time because of Corey.
Yeah.
But not in a way that makes her want to, at least from what we've seen, and this could be wrong, and that's why I want a confessional, but not from a way that makes me like, think that Suri's like, well, we got to go after Corey because he has too much influence, but more in like I think it was the right move to get rid of Heisem, and if we couldn't flip Corey, then I think that's the right move kind of way.
Yeah. What do we think is in the middle of the little rotunda thing? It seems like it's like a sheet, like on top of like a circular table or something? I don't know.
JC's in there. They're gonna.
Oh, that would be the scariest thing of all
That
time.
would be a scary verse.
His little butt's gonna come flying out.
I love how there was no hesitation there, Allison. Like that was.
Yeah, you had that unlocked. You were like, you know what's in there? JC.
She's like, I know
I don't
it's
know.
JC.
The minute you said, I looked at because I've been looking at it, and I've been thinking, they could put someone in there.
You're
There's
like,
also
who's small enough to fit in there?
Yeah.
There's also clearly some kind of platform that's going to rotate around like that thing as well. That's kind of between Matt and Jag right now. This like little square thing that's going to go around an outer like this circle, and I'm trying to figure out what that will be too.
I don't know.
I love Felicia's watching the competition, just like,
Dude, I would take my bath. I'd have my hair in a towel. I'd have
Also,
my
that would be the best segment if like you were in Felicia's position right now.
I'd be like, well,
They would
I
put
was gonna come out, but I had to pee really bad.
oh my God.
Out
You know
there
what would be
going-
amazing is if if she couldn't be in there to actually talk with them, I wish she had the power to talk at them. Like be
out
the
there
voice
going-
of God over it.
I would
And they
take-
couldn't, she can't
Yeah.
hear them back. That would be great.
Exactly. I'd be so terrible. I would take water in 2 cups and pour it. Oh, do you have to go to the bathroom?
Yeah. Oh my God. Red with you can't see it from that camera view. I have the quad view up. Red with this light looks like Santa because it's not, you can't see the red. So it just comes across as white on his beard and everything. It's incredible.
You know,
They
if they were going to do this fear factor kind of, Aaron, I would say tarantulas would start falling out of the sky.
Well, they're clearly in a box. I think that something is going to drop on them, something living for sure.
Control the temperature, make it hot, make it
I've
cold.
been saying this. Oh, can we just like high five Allison and myself for us predicting this on Tuesday of what
You said
manifesting
make
this?
it dark. I said blindfold them. They
I
in the
love
dark
it.
either way.
Boom, baby.
Yeah.
Boom, baby. Just
Yep.
saying.
I'm telling you, I'm going to say it. They're watching this show. And I will die on this sword. I said the finale last year. They need to, for the 25th season, maybe make everything old new again. Hello? I will bring up the clip right now. I do not care. I'm telling you, a lot of stuff I called and they did it. So I know they're watching my weekly mode.
Oh yeah.
That's
sure.
not why they don't want to cast me. It's like, man, we can't cast Allison because she gives us all these good ideas. Where are we going to get ideas from if she's in the house?
I think that's right. It's true.
I nailed it. I cracked the code.
Crack the code.
That's what I did.
Let's update our drafts, shall we?
Yeah. Damn.
The girls are in the
Girls are
lead.
rocking this.
It is not a season for the boys, I'll tell you that much. So Andrew lost Heisem tonight. So Andrew's down to Matt, and I'm down to Jag. And team patrons looking real good.
Although I think Red might be on the outs, so
Yeah,
we'll
but they have
see.
Suri. Like I would.
Oh yeah.
But like
I mean-
Beth, I have to say, like your team is like doing phenomenal, and Jackie's too.
Jackie's, yeah.
Yeah.
Although I would not mind a Jared eviction. I'm so
Same.
over him.
Yeah.
I just want to point out, I don't know how mine is still standing. I don't know.
I don't know
I
either.
Don't know. Because I just know that Tyler's like, oh yeah, Jackie and Beth, your teams are great. Allison over here.
Allison, I just don't.
No,
even know
first,
what to say
first,
about your
first
team.
he said the patrons look really good, and Beth, your team, and I said, and Jackie, and he said, yeah, and Jackie, and then neither of us decided to bring up
And
the
then
elephant.
no
in
one,
the
It's-
you could
it's
hear
the
a mouse
enigma.
fart.
Team.
No one brings up my
You
team.
know what I can't wait for? I can't
Uh.
wait for Allison to have the final three. What if this is
God.
the final three of the season?
Could
It's
you
rigged.
imagine?
If
Could you
these-
imagine?
How the
Cameron
best
Bowe,
season
yeah.
would have fallen.
It's
God.
rigged, man. It is so rigged if it's Cameron, Bowie, and Blue in the end. Not that they're not bad, but you know what? Yeah.
I really think if someone on my draft team wins this week, that the other two are safe. I don't think that Corey is going to go after McCole or America. America's not going to go after either one of them. I don't think McCole, although Mimi might actually go after America potentially. I think that she shouldn't, but I think that she is a little more susceptible to like the Suri and Felicia mist, but not super much. I think Cameron and Red are in the most they're in the biggest predicament this week with Jag as a backup option, I think.
Tyler, did you get his boot? Andrew's boot, or did you get his boots?
What?
Did he answer me?
Yeah.
Okay. So I asked Andrew, since he's having internet issues, I asked him like who does he think the first boot and final three and winner are. Well, he only said first boot and winner. So he thinks the first boot is Felicia. Why can't anybody like just seriously answer my questions? And then the winner is Cameron.
I seriously answered your question.
No, I'm not talking you I'm not talking you specifically.
You asked me what was in the middle of the circle, and I said JC.
And that was serious.
That was serious. There was no hesitation.
I will tell you, if he pops out of there, I'd be letting go of that button. I'm saying I don't want to be in a room with him.
Oh, hell no, not that minion fucker.
Oh my God.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh my God. Not that misogynist who sexually assaults women in the house and gets away with it because he's a gay man.
Not just women. Didn't he like assault Tyler as well?
He like
Yes.
he tried to massage Tyler.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
Any other thoughts before we sign out of here?
I
stay up all night watching this?
I have an unpopular opinion.
Let's bring it.
I'm gonna get creamed, but I'm not gonna vote because I don't like the fact that they're gonna duke it out. I think I tell you what, y'all can hate on me all you want. I don't care. I'll sick Finley on you because I think whoever gets
What if Finley's in the table?
Finley's in the table.
That is
You
scary,
notice you haven't seen him lately. And I didn't send him with his treats. So he's a little upset. I just think that whoever wins should be the person who got the most votes. And it could be Suri. I just think there's a lot of people out there who don't watch Survivor. I've been reading in the chat. There are people who I only know Suri from this season, or I only know her from the Traitors. So I don't want to sell America short, by the voting scale. And I really think that getting rid of Heisem this week, I'm sorry, was a big mistake. I think they should have gotten rid of Cameron. Heisem is great feeds. Look, he was HOH. He got a little bit of HOH-itis. I don't like how he speaks to people. I thought that it went to his head. He cut people off. He wouldn't let people answer questions. It was kind of like I was talking. It's kind of like watching myself. But anyway,
Any of us talk.
Yeah. So I just feel like they made a mistake doing that, and I just would have much rather him stay.
Man,
and
imagine if they'd put up Blue instead. That could have solved so many issues for their alliance, specifically getting her away from Jared.
Yeah.
Before this all
Jared
really started.
is so close to telling Blue about the whole like Suri connection. He literally said to her, he was like, there's this big secret that I want to tell you so bad, but like
she doesn't
I can't.
elaborate what kind of relationship it is.
And I'm telling you, like, if Suri finds out that he said that to her, she is gonna cut Blue so quick, fast, so ruthlessly. And I would just love to see it. I loved that segment of Suri like watching Jared and Blue. That was so funny.
I can relate to that because when my son was younger and started dating, and I made him and his little girlfriend sit on the couch downstairs to watch TV, and I had to be in the room, they would be snuggling, and you would just see me in the back like this.
That's terrifying.
I trust me, I get it. And I'm like, what do you need a blanket for? Y'all don't need a blanket. It ain't cold in here. Y'all don't need to share a blanket. I know what goes on under that blanket. Y'all get separate blankets. And your blankets don't touch. I don't want to see touching blankets.
So Allison, did this work out?
No, because I've got another grandchild coming.
I do want to give Heisem a few flowers though. I really liked his kind of apology tour over the past couple of days of taking
Yeah.
ownership. This is the difference between having somebody who has a strong personality, who has a particular way of talking down at people and being condescending, even though that's probably not his intention. I think he found a level of awareness and was able to go, you know what? I did screw over my allies, and I didn't
Yeah.
even think of it that way. And you're right. I can completely understand how people would feel that way. The fact that he was able to genuinely come across to people, that's what almost saved him. If he had blown up and done all the stuff, he wouldn't have had a flying chance. And I think that that's a difference between the vast majority of younger versus older players, right?
Yes.
And I want to just say in general, like, I wish we had more people, not just in the game, but like when they leave the game, who are able to take ownership over how things come across, even if that's not their intention. And, you know, intention does not trump impact. And I think that you will be a so much better position in any game and in a position to save yourself if you're ever in a position like Heisem, if you're able to be genuine, offer those promises, and take ownership over your mistakes.
And he had it was like, I was joking in our group chat earlier this week. He was like going through the 5 stages of grief, and he finally hit the final of acceptance. And I know a lot of people out there like, oh, it was bullshit and stuff. I legitimately believe that he was sorry and he fucked up. And I think if they had kept him, I don't think he would have gone after Felicia. Dude's got such a thing for Matt. I mean, he's going after Matt. Okay, he's going after Matt.
He's going to go after the other physical threats. I think where he could have been kept for a while until he was definitely going to start targeting Jared. I think that's what eventually that happens. And then you cut him at that point.
And even Sari.
You said it correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just even Sari's got to be at this point, like, just nominate my son. I won't even use the veto. I'm not using the veto.
I think she's using the veto. I think she's going to try to save her son, because I do see her say, like, you know, this is his experience too. Like, I want him to do well. Like, you can't stop the mother instinct. But I do think that she's going to be like, girl, if it's between my game ending and yours, I'm cutting you. I think she'll cut him then.
Stop cuddling in the hammock. What the frick, dude? Like, felt Sari during that. Like, do you see what people are saying? Like, the minute Heisem left the storeroom, they're all, yay, they're stupid. Did you hear what he said? Y'all stupid. That is exactly.
You finished watching Lost season 4, right?
I have not watched the finale. No.
Okay, never mind. I was gonna like quote something in the finale.
Please don't.
A funny comparison.
Can I just say something about the whole Lost thing? Y'all don't understand the amount of trauma that has caused in my life. I did not get to stream through Lost.
I started this 2 years ago, and it's like I watched it in real time at this
had
point.
to wait a week. I went through, what was this, 4 years of this shit? I had to watch it every week. I had to wait the summer for the premiere. I didn't get to stream it. I had to wait, and it was terrible. It was terrible waiting that long for stuff.
And I do have the choice to just sit here and watch it without Dylan, but if it makes you feel better, I'll watch like 2 episodes at a time, and then it'll be like 3 months, and then I'll watch another 2 episodes, and so it is slowly killing me.
But it's
and you could just Google it at any time.
I know, and I could just spoil it for myself. This is the only thing I have willpower in my life. Like, I'm being dead serious when I say, when I was talking to my doctor a month ago when we were discussing like my anxiety and depression, and I said, listen, y'all, I have no willpower, and I said the only area where I'm able to keep myself in check right now is not Googling the spoilers to Lost and not watching the show without my friend Dylan. And he does not live
near. You should be proud of that. That is not.
That's strong. That is.
And I want you to know that if I ever break that, I'm a broken person.
When Tim and I were watching Pretty Little Liars, like he wouldn't get through like 2 scenes before like googling like who was A and like
Oh
like
my
all
god!
the spoilers. So like I give you a lot of props for like not giving in at all.
I Google the shit out of spoilers all of the time because that's just the kind of person I am. But I
Same.
couldn't do that back in 2006.
No, you had to have the forums and the message boards.
I wasn't into all
The
that.
official Lost podcast. It was
Yeah,
like one of the first podcasts
Dude,
ever.
I couldn't
Very
even
cool.
navigate my MySpace page. You really want me to try to get in some forums? It ain't happening. No. It what you just imagine.
I do like Samuel's quote in the chat with the Suri voted out her son. Ooh, which will be like the new thing from like,
Mhm.
you know,
I
she
love the
voted out her
kitten.
mom on
Yeah.
Survivor.
So, just on that note, just
Very
check
good.
in with me during the last season, okay? Just check in with me. I got
I'll
feelings.
be in about 4 years.
Check in with me because I'll tell you what
Oh.
Allison thinks happened, but I'll tell you what really
Oh,
happened.
Lost is the first show on Facebook that I threatened to throw a cat into my TV. That was the first act of violence I ever put on social media. What had to do with an episode of Lost, and
All 4
I threatened
feeds
to
are
throw
on
my cat.
Felicia.
Huh?
All 4 feeds right now are on Felicia going through. Okay, now they're back. She's going through cupboards in the storeroom, and I'm like, bitch, I don't need to see that.
Why don't you be going through people's stuff? I'd be like, so what do you got in your suitcase?
I would do that.
I'd be like, I want to see some. I'd be playing dress up.
I
Yeah,
want you to know that my
montage.
paranoid
Can you
ass-
imagine Felicia wearing like Blue's clothes? I would love that so much.
She comes in, she's like, hey, fellow kids.
Meow, kitty, kitty.
I couldn't with that slay.
That's slay.
If my paranoid ass, because I want this so bad to be on Big Brother, I want them to do a hidden veto somewhere that you can use at any up until like final 6 or something like that. And they don't tell anybody. It's just in the house. And they tell America. Maybe they give
did that
one
on BB
clue.
Can.
I think it'd be so great. And I would
was
be,
cool.
if I had a house to myself right now, you better believe I'd be going through everything trying to find something, even
For
if there's not
sure.
there. So her checking out all the stuff right now, like she's looking all over the storeroom. Yeah, she's probably just looking for food right now, but I'm going to pretend that she's just checking out everything. I'd be checking out, can I take this picture off the wall? Oh, I can. What's behind it? Nothing. Put it back up. I'd be doing shit like that all the time.
Me rubbing my butt on everything just because.
Allison,
when
you're going to
are
get kicked out of the house.
Am I ever going to be completely alone in the Big Brother house? And I have my underwear on. I'm just saying.
I can't wait. I
My
can't wait
bum
for
is on the table.
Allison's
My
getting
bum is on the
canceled on
table. My bum is on the wall. My bum is on the wall.
It's just a big
like-
smear on the memory wall. not like a shit smear. I'm just talking like some kind of wiping.
What are you talking about?
I don't know, like sweat or like
I'm very
Just like-
hyperallergenic down there.
just
Nothing
like
is
oil.
leaking out when I'm rubbing my butt on stuff.
I'm not saying you're like.
I'm not a snail.
I'm not saying you're taking your whole ass out and like defecating the memory wall.
I'm just sliding my ass
But
up
if
and down.
you
the
did, I would
space.
support that.
You're playing tic-tac-toe with the memory wall with your fecal matter.
I'm just on the memory wall, rubbing my ass up against people's faces.
You know, here's the best part. Allison's so short, she's only going to get like 3 people
Right.
down at the bottom. She can't
Right.
reach up.
It's the
Who's
bottom
at the
row.
bottom of the memory wall? They are not safe.
Oh my God.
Good lord. All right, let's hop
Well,
off
on that note.
Do you like that? Do you like that?
Thank you
I
guys for
don't.
tuning in to my weekly meltdown. We'll be back on Sunday or Monday for a live feed updates recap. I won't be here. I'll be in Michigan, but have fun talking
Woo!
about Pressure Cooker. And then we'll be back on Thursday for the next live eviction.
You're paid. You know, subscribe. You'll get notifications when we go live, and patrons can watch live with us. Before at 9, 8 Central. The link is the same all the time. When you're a patron, you'll see it, and we watch live, and you get to see Allison do things like this.
And rub her ass on everything. And
My bum is in the chair. My bum is in the chair. My bum is in the chair. My bummers in the
Oh,
chair.
yeah,
But yes, that's at patreon.com/myweekly
sliding.
meltdown if you want to
Meltdown.
help support this.
I'm bumming all around. I'm skipping my butt. I'm in the chair. It's got wheels on it. Check out them wheels.
Please end this. Please end this.
All right, everybody have a good rest of your night. Take care and bye-bye.